picked up what I thought was a really sweet-looking medieval goblet, you know. I didn't know what a chalice, I had no idea. And he said, take this, all of you, and drink from it. This is my blood. And he lifted it up. I heard the same voice. Worship. And then I knew that was Jesus Christ. I knew it 100%. I didn't know how, but I knew it was. That was the most amazing thing to this day that I've ever heard in my life. Now, I was going to see the most amazing thing that I would ever see in my life, and I've never seen something since so amazing. That dude came down. They met like in the middle. And that dude, one by one, said to each one of them, the body of Christ. The voice was right. He didn't say, my body. He didn't say, my body to each one of them. He said, the body of Christ. And I watched that man put God on their tongue. I saw it with my own eyes. Then he came up, he got the chalice, he came down, and he said what? The blood of Christ. He didn't say my blood. He said the blood of Christ, and they drank it. You have no idea what was happening to me. It was like my body, my soul was exploding with knowledge of what was happening. Why? Because I had done this so many times. Not in a church, at a dead show. A little liquid Lucy on the tongue. It's placed on the tongue. A little circular object so you can dance with the bears and search for the meaning where love never fades away. I did this so many times in my quest for happiness and meaning and purpose and wanting to be more than a monkey. And how many chalices did I drink of the world? So many. So many. And it was blowing me away that the last place I ever thought that I would find meaning, purpose for everything would be a Catholic church. I thought the Catholic Church was the great deceiver of the nations, the thing that ruined societies and true education and knowledge. I had been lied to my whole life. This was the truth. Oh my gosh, I thought I was going to explode. That dude seemed to have God still there, right? I didn't know the terminology. He had God still. He went up to a gold box. He put God in that gold box with a little red candle next to it, and he said a few things, and then he left out the same door that he came through. The women stuck around a few minutes. They got up and they left. And there I was alone with God in a box. I knew it. I knew it. I didn't want to turn my back to that box. I went out the back pew because I was in the back pew. I walked backwards. I hit the wall behind me, like 6 feet behind me, and I saw a curtain that had a sign above it. And the sign said, confession. I didn't hear a voice, but knowledge. I knew immediately what it was. Immediately what it was with total clarity. Oh, I was in a church for sure, right? Can't deny that. This is God's rehab. This is God's hospital for the broke, the wounded, those who are dying. You know how many times I've been to a hospital? Oh my goodness. I'm one of those poor people that get kidney stones about every 5 years. I'm on the floor in the fetal position begging for death. Kill me now, right? Kidney stones, man. If you never had one, you have no idea what it does to a grown man, make him turn into a little baby crying for death. I get those frequently. I've been to the hospitals, cracked my head open surfing gigantic waves in Baja, Mexico, spraying this, fractured that, motorcycle accident, all kinds of stuff. Every time I go to a hospital, they put me behind a curtain where the doctor and his team saved my life. That's what this is, folks. That's what this is. I went to that priest's office after this and told him this stuff. I freaked that dude out royally. I was like, dude, did you hear that? Did you hear it? And he was like, hear what? And I'm like, worship. You didn't hear that? He's like, no. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, dude, you made God. You made God. That circle, that's God. He's still over there in that box, bro. Oh my gosh. And you gave it to the women. Bro. Sign me up. Sign me up. You know what he said to me? No. That was a shock. I thought he'd be like, save the soul today, right? But he's like, you don't just sign a piece of paper and become a Catholic, and wait, slow down. And I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, I'm telling you, I'm not having a bad trip for my acid days, dude. I'm for real right now. I am like, oh my gosh. It's coming so strong and so fast that I didn't even have to formulate this stuff to him. And he goes, okay, look, this is overwhelming. You need to go home. Come back tomorrow. But I'm going to give you some things. He gave me a crucifix. He took it off of his wall. It had been there so long that it made the mark on the wall, you know. Gave it to me. And I'm like, are you serious? You're going to give that to me? He's like, yes, yes, yes. He took off a painting of Jesus. Gave it to me, a big one, right? And then he went over to another wall and took off a portrait, literally a portrait of his grandpa. Totally random. I'm like, I get the Jesus thing, but I don't know. I mean, wear a white hat, look like you'd eaten one too many cookies, little pudgy looking fellow, right? I don't know. I'm like, time for me to shut up and obey authority. So I'm like, okay, thanks, man, right? So I go to my mom's house and I go into the room they had for me and I threw away everything in the room. And my mom didn't stop me. What was in that room? Mrs. January, February, and March issues, little resin scrapers, little hit screens taken from many sinks to get that last little hit, little toke up, last little, little piece, or my Grateful Dead music. I chucked it all in 5 big black hefty bags into the front yard. Instinctively. My mom testifies to this whole thing. I didn't even throw them in the trash. I threw them out the front door. I went into the room, shut the door, and I was like, I am not going to mess this up. I am not going to mess this up. If the phone rings, I'm not going to answer it. If it's a girl, I'm not going to answer it. I'm going to sit here until tomorrow. And I'm like, that ain't going to work. I get bored real quick. So I'm like, what do I do, man? What do I do? Oh my gosh, I don't want to mess this up. I got that book. And I looked at them little kids. And I'm like, okay, I got to do what they're doing. I got to do what they're doing. So I got down on my knees. I put my hands out. And I'm literally like rub-a-dub-dub, sniff, scratch and sniff. Like, where are the roses? Where's the clap of thunder? I'm expecting that's going to happen to me. It didn't. And I'm like grunting like, like how, Shazam, where are you? How's this work? Because I'm about to talk to somebody that I can't see. I've either just got serious religion or I'm a lunatic, right? So I'm like, I don't know how to do this, man. So I'm looking at the big painting of Jesus, where I had before that a big painting, a painting of Bob Marley smoking a big old spliff, right? So he got replaced with Jesus, and I'm looking at this, and I am so surprised that painting, he was not like locked and loaded. You're gonna die, right? Because to me, I was horrible, and I'm looking at this, and it's not like that. He's like this. And his heart's on fire. And the eyes, oh man, the eyes, they penetrated me. And I lost it. I started to cry like a human being can't cry. Fountains of fluid coming out of my face, pouring off my chin into the clothes below me on that drawer that I had pulled out. Do you know how long that experience lasted? All day. I was on my knees all day. My mom testifies to it. I wasn't aware that I was even on my knees. You know what I call it in the book? There's actually a chapter, Divine Romance, the Bridal Chamber. God romanced my soul. I needed it. I needed so much affirmation to know that I was loved, that there was mercy for somebody like me, because I had hurt so many people emotionally and in so many other ways. Oh my gosh, I was so messed up. And it was incredible. I got up. The sun had already gone down when I got up. My knees didn't hurt. I got into that little love seat, thought I was going to rest for the night, go see that priest in the morning. Guess what happened next? Now, I pray this never happens to you, but maybe you need it to happen to you. Guess who came into the room? Satan. I didn't believe in the devil. I did not believe in Lucifer. That whole stuff to me was another thing the Catholic Church had created to scare people, right? Boo! Give us your money. Pay up. We're going to tell you about a place of eternal fire unless you pay up. That's what I thought. This was created by that. Because, right, isn't that what National Geographic and all those History Channel teaches you once or twice a year when Easter and Christmas time? Catholic churches makes this stuff up to scare you. The history of the devil, they call it, right? All of a sudden, I could not deny that there was a creature beginning to manifest, take on a physical form in my room that scared the daylights out of me. I've never been so terrified in my life. I've had bad acid trips. I watched The Shining when I was a kid on massive doses of acid, and that messed me up big time. Jack that up about a gazillion times, the fear that was in my soul of this being manifesting in my room. Guys, I wasn't a Satanist. I wasn't into any kind of spirituality. I never went to some occult practice around a pentagram and slashed a chicken's throat. I never did anything like that, right? But you know what I did do? Open myself up to all kind of things. Tarot cards, Ouija boards, really bad movies, all kind of stuff, all the drugs I used. You're opening yourself up to things that you don't have to believe in for them to be real. Y'all breathing air right now. You can't see it, but if you deny it's there, you're dumb. Same thing in the spiritual life. I was dumb. I had opened myself up to so many things that the devil thought that I belonged to him. And I was terrified. I couldn't do a thing. What am I going to do? Punch the devil? Am I going to take a swing at the devil? That ain't going to do nothing. I'm made of dust. We're talking about a fallen angel here. What am I going to do? I was so petrified, I could not even vocalize something. I wanted to cry for my mom so bad, I was in absolute terror. Do you know what I did? From my soul. I gathered up like a cry and I just threw it into the heavens. And I cried out from the depths of my soul, Mary! Do you know what happened? The devil was annihilated. I'm talking obliterated, man. Why did I do that? Because that woman had brought me to Jesus Christ. Man, let me tell you something. I then heard the most pristine, pure female voice I've ever heard in my life. I would die to hear that voice again. I haven't. And it said to me, not to my ear, it said to me, Donnie, I'm so happy. Nobody calls me Donnie but my mom. That's the cute form of my name, right? Another dude tries to call me that. I'm like, yo, man, you're right. No. Who is it? It's not my mom, right? My mom's in the house somewhere doing something. Or is it a mom I never knew? It sure was. By calling me that, she's saying she's my mother. I knew it was the mother of Jesus Christ, and my mother too. I slept that night like a little baby, safe, secure up against his mother's breast, so safe that not even Satan could touch me, because I was in the arms of Mary.
Why do you think students in high school should be saying the rosary?
Okay. Well, when you love somebody, you tell them you love them. Okay, so if you want to love Jesus and you want to love Mary, what's the best thing to do? Is to tell them repetitively that you love them. So somebody that you love is never going to get tired of hearing that. You know, so if you're married and you say to your husband, yes, honey, I love you, honey, I love you, honey, I love you, you're not going to be like, okay, okay, you love to hear that. Well, that's what praying the rosary is for Jesus and Mary. We're basically telling them, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. So it's not just mindless repetition, it's I love you, and that's always fresh and new. So it's not just some rote thing that we do, we do it because we love. That's what it's all about.
Very good.